everybody, I'm Jenny B and I gamble in my kitchen every single day. Today's gamble, Texas chili. It's cold outside. It's 20 degrees here today in northern Arizona. Damn cold. Perfect time to cook up a big batch of chili and warm up. Plus, it's football season. What's better than a hot bowl of chili curled up on the couch watching your football team beat the hell out of whoever? And I'm team no beans. Otherwise, it wouldn't be Texas chili. I mean, if you like beans in your chili, that's fine, but don't you dare call it Texas chili. You're gonna be offending a whole lot of people. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's go over the ingredients. This is a chuck roast that we're gonna smoke up today. You can use any other cheaper cut of meat that you want. Brisket, short ribs. This is a chuck roast, like I said. It's not the prettiest looking thing. The grocery store people picked it out for me. But you get what you get when you do that. So, but it'll taste delicious anyhow. I'm gonna trim up a lot of this fat right here. It'll never render. So I'll do that in just a minute. This is going to be the rub for this. It is just a couple of tablespoons of salt, black pepper, granulated garlic, paprika. I'm heavy on the salt here because it's a big hunk of meat. It can handle it. And then let's go over some of these other ingredients here that we're going to use a little later. We've got one medium onion that's going to be diced. We've got 2 cups of beef broth. We've got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We've got 1 can of tomato paste. We've got some kosher salt here. This is 2 teaspoons. This is a half a teaspoon of oregano. We've got 1 teaspoon of cumin. We've got 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 4 garlic cloves, and some special ingredients here, a couple of poblano peppers and a couple of jalapeno peppers. I'm going to smoke those as well. This dish is going to have a nice, subtle, smoky flavor. I'm going to do it on my pellet grill, and that's heating up right now. Then we're going to get to trimming up this steak. This is mangled. I don't know who butchered this chuck roast, but oh my God, it is literally ugly. Ugly. Good God. All right. She ain't pretty. Don't forget the sides. All right, so now we're gonna let this so ugly she's beautiful cut of beef sweat it out here with the rub just for a few minutes. I would say 15 to 30 minutes if you can. Some people do this step overnight. I don't find it's necessary, but soon my smoker will be heated up and we're ready to put them on. Did I tell you I'm going to smoke up these guys too, the jalapenos and the poblanos? I'm gonna cut them open, flatten them out, take the seeds out, and coat them with a little olive oil, throw them on the smoker for a while. I want my whole chili to just have that nice smoky flavor, including in these ingredients. I've got my wireless thermometer. This is total game changer when it comes to smoking and doing meats and stuff like that. Buy yourself one, it's really cool. I've got it set to 170, because that's about when I'm gonna take it off. It's normally when I would take off a brisket and wrap it and that kind of thing. But I'm not gonna wrap this, I'm just gonna smoke it. It'll probably take, I don't know, there's like so many small pieces on this stupid piece of meat. Probably it'll take like maybe 2, maybe 3 hours at the most. So I'll let you know. Yes, it's 20 degrees and I'm crazy. And I opened up the food box and I have helpers. I took my smoked peppers off at about the 1.5 hour mark. Otherwise they would have shriveled up into nothing. As it is, they did shrivel up just a little bit, but they're a little charred. But the aroma, you should smell the smoky, peppery. It's a little spicy. It's actually a little bit of sweet from the poblano, but it's, oh my God, I wish you could smell this right through the camera. Oh. Time for another beer. It's what you do when you're smoking meats and making chili. All right, so I have my enameled Dutch oven. It's a cast iron Dutch oven. I use this all the time. It's a beautiful piece of kitchenware that I have. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of a neutral oil. I'm gonna use avocado oil, and we'll go from there. Now wait for the oil to get glossy and shimmery, just like that. It's perfect. So now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our onions in. We're just gonna soften them up a bit, sweat them out. You don't wanna brown them. The stove's a little warm, so we're gonna turn it down just a little bit. This is probably gonna go for, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. That's good. Now we're gonna make a little spot here. And we're gonna put in the garlic. In goes the garlic. It's got pepper pieces in there from my cutting board. So we just let them sit there for a minute before you stir them. Let them start to, oh God, yeah, you can smell it. So I'm gonna mix it all in. Let it go for like 1 minute. That's all. Again, you don't want to brown everything. You just want to soften them. Next, we're gonna add the tomato paste. Doing it now and sauteing it a little bit is gonna let it caramelize, bring out some extra depth of flavor here, as well as some sweetness. So we're just gonna brown it up. Stir it all around in there. And this is what's gonna help you get all that fond on the bottom of the pot. Because those little crispy bits that end up at the bottom of the pot, that's flavor, baby. That is flavor. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now is the time where we're gonna add our spices. Got our oregano, our salt, our cumin, black pepper, and finally our chili powder. Along with that, oops, looks like we gotta turn this down a little bit. Don't worry. Well, here we go. This is looking amazing. Now we're gonna add our peppers that we smoked earlier. Just mix this all in. Everything goes pretty fast here. So now we're gonna add a little bit of liquid here. Sauce that I forgot to tell you about, now we're gonna squeeze them in there. Each tomato is whole. You're gonna squeeze it, do it down in the pan, put a little of that in there, use all the juice. Do it way down in the pan so you don't squirt all over your place. This is not the appropriate spot for squirting. Whatever. Oh, I did it. I gave you the advice, and then I did it myself. Happens every time. You gotta be quick though here, because this stuff, everything moves really, really fast. Give it a quick stir. Give it a quick stir. All that tomato juice is gonna help get the stuff off the bottom of the pan. Now I'm gonna wash my hand. Now is the point where you're gonna add your beef stock. Your brown sugar. Hey. What the hell? Oh yeah. That's good. Now we're gonna add our beef. The beef is not done all the way. We know this. It is smoked though. But this is now gonna get stirred in. As far as salt level goes, I think it tastes pretty good. We'll check it again at the end. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back on the smoker for probably another 2 hours. You'll know when it's done when when you pick a piece of beef out and it just kind of falls apart beautifully. That's when it's done. So that's what I'm gonna do. Put it back on the smoker. See you soon. So good.
Supervisors again. Man, they're such micromanagers.
I'm going to check it in another half an hour to check for tenderness. Last time I checked, they were still a little chewy, the little pieces. So we need to get them so they're nice and melty in your mouth. Nighty-night, pot of chili. She's finally done. So 2.5 hours on the smoker initially at 225, the beef itself, the chuck roast. And then another 3.5 in all the stuff on the smoker in the pot. She is finally done. Oh, if you could only smell it. Oh, Nelly. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how deep red that is. It's gonna be so rich and delicious. There's still hunks of pepper in there, hunks of tomato, and of course the tender little pieces of smoked beef. Oh, I've got to show you how tender this beef is. Let me get a good piece for you. Here's a good piece. They're all bite size. Check it out. Pay attention. Try to do this with one hand. Look at that. No knife needed. And this calls for the first bite. All right, I'm gonna plate up. All right, guys, you see this? That is one stick to your ribs chili. It is rich and dark, and oh my God, I wish you could smell it. I'm gonna taste it now. A little bit sour cream there. The beef just melts over your tongue. Oh my God, the complexity of flavors here. I mean, it's a little sweet from the brown sugar and the caramelized tomato paste. It's a little spicy from the jalapenos, and it's a little smoky from the smoking. Oh my God, I'm gonna eat this whole bowl. I am. Damn! That's some good shit. Oh my God, this is the best damn chili, I promise you. I promise you. Make something different. Take a gamble. Try a new recipe. You will not regret this, I promise you.